Because that first tap nearly tapped out.
Like, what was that?
The first tap, my calf muscle went ding.
Hi guys, I'm Kimaea.
I'm Tuai Leilani.
And together, we're in
And together, we're actually in pain.
So we felt like seafood, and well, I felt like seafood, and I know that she always feels like seafood. So we decided to just eat and show you guys what you don't have for dinner tonight. So tonight we've got sample trays from Tahi Hut. Support local business. What is Katie? Support Polly.
Shout out to Katie.
Shout out to Katie B and Mama B. And honestly, you guys are the ones that made me actually want to do this. So I feel like I need to turn the aircon up. I'm already really hot.
Go. Hurry up, I'm hungry. Ta-da.
Wow.
There's prawns in there.
So, what is it? Eggs, prawns, sausage things, corn, guacs. What are they called? Guacs.
Cucumber?
Cukes. Not guacs. Lobster tail, mussels, and potatoes.
This is chorizo, not sausage thing.
Chorizo, okay.
Correct, yeah.
And then we've got sauces.
Oh, you better.
Oh, girls, they gave us some extra lobster tails.
Moreton Bay bugs.
Oh, wait, yeah, those are bugs.
These are bugs, these are lobsters. So pretty much the same thing, ouch.
And then crab and stuff. And then the sauces, I got two sauces. There's one, their normal special sauce, and then one I got a spicy version because they said it's not that spicy. So, we shall see. So we're sitting on like an old duvet inner with ears on top because we're a bit sore.
Just a tad.
At the moment.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this.
I can't wait to eat it.
Oh no. The aroma is amazing.
It's amazing. The way you cook
So
this
amazing.
seafood.
Shout out to the boys because I was told it was actually her children that run this.
Well done. Snaps. You hear that, Micah? Need you to cook some seafood. You know what I think would be great is if you say the prayer for our food.
Okay, thank you, Lord, for this food that we have received. Bless the hands that have prepared it in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Short and sweet, because I need to eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one of these first. What are they?
No, but I'm just gonna put sauce in my bowl.
A bag. Yeah, that's what I'm going through. Salt.
Oh, I love. We can still taste the ocean.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I'm gonna mix my sauces.
I need to know how hot it is first.
Spicy one. Just gonna mix it. Smell it? It doesn't smell spicy.
The actual thing.
Like a little bit. Like you can manage it if you mix it.
You can see the red dots. Woo! Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Does it come? You're like, oh.
I can handle it.
Okay, I'm gonna mix it. I can handle it.
We all know I can't handle it.
I'm just gonna put it in the middle in case you feel game later. You're already drinking your coffee. Right, I mixed mine and I'm just gonna drown it in sauce. I love sauce, like on everything.
Yes, you do.
Like if it's a burger or chips or something, I'll put barbecue and tomato and mayo and whatever else sauce there is and gravy.
And then she'll top it with salt.
And then I'll put salt on top. Oh. That is spicy.
You'll be right. Eat your quack.
You know you're supposed to like take the whole thing out. You know how they do it on YouTube? Like how they
Well,
Oh, yum.
just let it marinate in the sauce.
Oh, you know how they managed to take the whole thing out and they're like, look at this whole tail.
Because they pre-prep.
Oh.
They're liars. These are all frauds.
They're all frauds. That's not how it works.
Oh, they would have done
The
that.
spiciness is like all good now.
It hits the top of your mouth first. Eh?
But I definitely need to mix it.
Oh, this is the lobster. Here we go, here we go.
No.
I think we need to heat our sauce up.
Yeah?
But don't worry, no one can be bothered getting up.
No. I already got up heaps.
It is.
I remember bugs didn't look like this the last time I had it. I think my mum gave me a whole heap of them. Do you remember they were in my freezer? And they just look scary. Like little aliens. And that's why I reckon that's why we didn't eat it, just because we were just like didn't want to cook it.
Louise!
I know.
Hope you're watching this, Evie. Ebs.
Does this come out? Is there food in there? No way. It looks like it's just like a brain in there. I'm not keen on like fish eyes.
I love fish eyes.
Mm.
Apparently when I was little I used to go while they're doing the local and eat all the fish eyes.
Yeah, see, look, I want to eat that.
And all the oldies were probably giving me the eyes. Show me.
That looks weird.
That's just like the inside of the butt eye. You know that yellow part?
It looks fluffy. Hey! Look at it. Reckon it's food? I don't reckon it's food. Taste it.
Oh shit.
Nah. Nah, okay, we're done. We're done, thank you.
It sounds, it feels like it's being like drenched in the ocean.
Mm.
Mmm.
Yum. I need some corn. Now, boys.
Both our husbands don't eat seafood. FYI. Weirdos. Don't ask me why.
What's yours eating tonight?
Freezer lasagna.
You know, I never used to understand why they put an egg in it.
Me either. Is it a Maori?
I don't think
Is
it's a
seafood
Maori
boil
thing.
a Maori thing?
I don't think. I've never done this before.
Oh.
Before coming here. I should have worn a cool t-shirt.
Shout out to all the shout outs in the world tonight.
Oh. I'm gonna go change my t-shirt.
Shout out to Coca-Cola. You really do quench that thirst. We'll be back in a moment.
I'm gonna go change my t-shirt. Oh, where's she 100%?
I was gonna wear that one.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, this is my new friend.
Oh, I really want to. Oh, there. Wait.
Cut down the middle of the front.
There's a like actual cut down here, and this whole
That's why
time
mine's in half
I've been trying
perfectly.
to figure out how to open this.
So I cut down the inside, not that side, cut the other side.
Down here.
Yeah, so you get the scissors. We made a cool down. Chop, chop, chop. And then it'll fall apart like that. Oh, I'm itchy.
I'm like, oh. I don't think I did it right.
Yeah, just break it like it should break in half.
Oh, right. I was trying to keep it whole.
It's already cut in half.
Oh. Alright.
I love butter crab, but so messy to eat.
That's like, I like chicken wings and duck, but there's just so many bones. I got it. I'm just gonna drop you in there.
Let you marinate.
Let you sit there for a bit. Pardon me, bring you to room temperature. Right, I thought it was cute how LOOOOT, Suluape page posted the baby cakes, Tuai and Pacific Wave.
Queen, Pacific Wave. I was like, why didn't you call me Queen?
Yeah, why didn't you call me Queen of Bacon Greys?
That was very nice.
Oh my god.
You know what we should have done? We should have ordered them this.
Oh yeah. Well, someone else. Oh my gosh, I forgot to show you guys. I've got Kinners. There's some Maoris like having like Kinners on toast or in bread.
Yeah, I see.
I don't like that. I just like Kinners just just straight like this. No extras. No funny business. Oh wait, was this a shared fork? No way.
Nah, girl. Don't show that fork or those Kinners.
Oh my god.
Can I smell it? There's no smell.
No. And there's hardly any taste, to be honest. It's got its own taste. I'll eat this whole thing on
It's got a taste. You made me try it last time and I tasted something.
You can't try it again.
No.
Oh.
Like a tiny piece?
Yeah.
It's not tiny.
It's tiny.
That's tiny.
Do it. Do it. Put it in your mouth. It's like sour, eh?
It's like a tongue.
Leilani, you got 4 kids.
You know, like a tongue breaking in your mouth?
Yeah. I wonder if it is a tongue. Probably not.
We need to look that up.
Yeah.
I reckon it is.
Micah, do you want Kinners?
I've never tasted Kinners.
Oh, here you go. No, you have to come taste it.
You have to come taste it in the middle and see if we do the same face as me.
I've never tasted a Kinner before.
Not allowed to spit.
No, I won't spit it out, it's a waste.
Eat it properly. Yeah. Kinners.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You'll probably like it.
No.
You don't like it?
No spitting! No spitting!
So
I won't spit it out.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I swallowed it at least.
Yeah.
I swallowed my piece too.
I put the pies in the oven. Really? Oh, look, it just came out.
Amazing. Oh, I want to have a bun now. I haven't had a bun yet.
I got something crunchy in my mouth. Oh.
Oh no, mine is going to change the shirt.
Oh, how about we both wore our Malofie t-shirts when we went to go and get gurl. And then we didn't even take a photo with our t-shirts all together.
Sorry, Nora. We did get photos. They're just, your photo's good. I took that.
Do you take out like the kaka vein?
Yeah, it can't be worse.
I don't either. I just kind of like squeeze it like I just did there and then wipe my fingers.
I just cover it in flavour and, and Bob's your uncle.
So one of the questions that came through was, how did you know, or when did you know you wanted to get gurl?
How did I know?
Like when did it come?
I knew. I waited 17 years to say yes. When I was in year 12, my grandmother was quite ill, and I said to her, hey, sister. No, I just said to her, when I'm older, should I get guard? And she just said, alukano malu. So it took me 17 years to know that my duty as a mother, a wife, a housewife, a chauffeur was not finished, but I have fulfilled those roles, and I knew that it was me time now. So I just, yeah, you know, I knew that my journey as me was, I'm about to embark on that, and everything ever since getting my malu has actually fallen into place, and we're excited. So yeah, that's how I knew that I was at, you know, I had fulfilled my role in other areas of my life, and it was time to just to live for me.
I like that.
So that's why I said book a singer. And what about you?
I think I've always wanted to get guard. I'm gonna take food out of my mouth.
Act like a lady. Oh, girl. You better get out. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out.
I always wanted to get guard, and I've always been quite like a, if I really want to do something, I'll just do it kind of person. But I know.
I know.
Sometimes I just do things without even knowing what I'm doing. But I kind of knew. Oh, I know, it wasn't until I think Ayla was about 1. So about 5 years ago, one of my aunties from the States, she asked if I wanted to get guard with my cousins. And it was like last minute as
The sisters.
yeah,
Right.
last minute, and I think it was happening within the next couple of days.
Ooh.
And I was excited. I'm like, yes, but then at the same time I was like, oh my god, no, because you know it all kind of just swooshed
You weren't
in,
ready.
like
You
I just
weren't
wasn't ready
emotionally
for it.
ready.
And
Right.
one of the biggest things that I kept questioning about my decision to do it was like, my cousins that were getting it done are like those lived in Samoa, know how to speak Samoan, like out of all of our first cousins, they're like the Samoan cousins out of the girls, and I felt so like unworthy of being at their status. Like I was just the Afgasi Maoli one who was like, yeah, cool, I really want to get it done, but then they were like these really Samoan girls, and I just felt I felt actually stupid, like standing next to them thinking about the process and thinking that, oh my god, people are gonna know that I'm a fraud, and people are just gonna know that I'm not that Samoan. I'm a different Samoan, but I'll get a pass because I'm with that group. Yeah, and then I just didn't want to do it. But like leading up from there, I've kind of fell more into my own identity and more accepting of who I am as someone, that I don't need to please everyone else in their opinion on if I am worthy or not, that I feel I'm worthy, my dad thinks I'm worthy,
You are worthy.
my whole family thinks I'm worthy, so Jesus thinks I'm worthy,
Amen.
so I'm good. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
You knew how to say corn in Samoan. I didn't. I'm like, what is that? That's good. Don't ever feel unworthy though.
Hard. Well, definitely not anymore. I think I took my dad. My dad he made me realize that I was so worried
worried.
about other people. My dad just kept
Other
saying,
people's
what are other people
opinions.
gonna say? What about if someone challenges me? What about if someone does this? And like his favorite thing to say is like, just tell them your dad said it's okay. And for me, I'm like, I'm not 6. Like I'm not gonna be like, my
Just
dad
say
said.
If you have a problem,
Yeah, but I kind of get it now, because it's like he is, you know, an authority figure in our family.
Right.
So if the head of that family says that it's okay for me, it's, you know, it's different that way. And plus my dad said.
Mine would be, my dad is Pi Wangana. Oh my gosh, is that thunder?
Your
Do you
kids
think it's
probably
gonna
like,
hail?
No.
No, because we'll just put your car out and put mine.
We'll just get your car, put it on your car.
Interesting. Two different
People, journeys,
journeys, answers,
reasons.
But just know you are worthy.
Good.
If you're sitting on the fence, you're worthy.
How? What's your...
And we're both half Samoan. FYI. Bro.
Because that is a big thing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what about... What's your take on that latest one that I've seen where people are
Guard.
getting guard
With the gun? I've seen so many of those though. But just like it says on the caption, if you can't handle the owl, then... I nearly said, then you're not worthy.
Everyone's worthy, but not that
But
one.
not the gun one. It's a disgrace. I don't want to be opinionated on that, but I truly believe that that is a disgrace. If you want to do something like getting your messing up, then you need to at least look into it deeper. Because if you can lay there and knowing that they're about to tap you with the gun, then you haven't. I don't know what journey you're on, sister.
I read something today, because I've been hearing a lot about it, obviously because it was on social media. And I read something today that made me think, yeah, actually I support going the traditional way, because I'm really good at being on the fence about a lot of things and playing devil's advocate and like saying, oh yeah, but what about for both sides? Just in case you didn't know what that meant, devil's advocate. And so for me, I was like, oh yeah, I get it. Like things change over time. There's modern times, whatever. Like we got to move with the times. But I remember when the tufunga's wife was telling me and Leo about his journey on becoming a tufunga, and it was like he started learning from the age of 9, and it wasn't until he was about 29 before he was given, you know, his blessing to say you're ready to go and do it now. So that's 20 years of learning how to perfect this craft and this tradition. So for someone to just be a gun tattooist and say, you know what, I'm pretty good at sleeves, or I'm pretty good at this and this, I can do those markings, I'm just going to provide that now as a service, I feel like it is a big slap in the face to people who have gone about the traditional way.
20 years.
And
it's like
learnt
doing college
things.
for 20 years.
So I feel like I get that. And plus, like, you can't just stand us next to each other and say, yeah, but they look the same.
They don't. Have you actually looked at it closely?
No. You know, like, you can't just say, yeah, but it's done. Like, it means the same to me. But I feel like part of this whole wearing one is actually going through the pain.
It's the journey is such an emotional process. Like, and if you can get the
yeah,
gun,
like she was crying all the way through.
and you cried once. Well, just emotional.
Okay. No, it is. And what do they say? Malu tali au.
Malu tali au.
No
Which
one
means-
says malu tali whanga.
Malu tali whanga, here you can take your needles home.
Yeah. You know, like there's a whole thing behind it. And maybe people say, oh yeah, but there's less in fiction. But it's 2020. People sterilize their like stuff now and everything. So there shouldn't be any reason why you would need to use a gun other than like lack of time, which is rubbish. You need to just make time for these kind of things.
I wonder how long it takes them with the gun.
I reckon way faster. Like way faster. I need to heat some more sauce up.
If you're about to get it with the gun, please reach out.
Ask someone.
I will
Honestly,
come before your head.
if someone actually offered that to you and you felt too to ask anyone about it, like if you don't get the blessings of your parents or your spouse or whoever it is, if you do this in secret, then you already know the answer, sis. Or
Do
brother.
not.
Don't do it.
Get the blessing. Get the blessing or get the rash.
Or get the curse. No, don't.
Don't.
Do that.
Don't do that.
How long did yours take?
How long did mine take? It took 2.5 hours on my left leg and 2 hours on the right. Oh,
Wait.
it was just over 5 hours with the break in between.
Yeah, we were both the same.
Yeah.
Your energy. Like your highlighter.
It just went in between my toes. That's crazy, that video going around though.
It is.
It's the second video I've seen like that. The other one was like a 12-year-old girl in New Zealand.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And she was crying through it.
I mean, any tattoos, sort of. I think she was just crying because the ancestors were like, what? And I've heard other people too say like, yeah, is it good?
Game over.
I
See
reckon
ya.
it's not gonna be as good because I got spicy as well.
Just dip it in there.
People are saying as well that like, yeah, but what about if you're angry about that, you should get angry about people who get guard and they can't speak Samoan properly or they don't know about Samoa. Like that's something that should be a prerequisite as well.
I do not believe that. Like I said in my post tonight, I was told by a very, very wise lady, you have your whole life to learn your You will die still trying to learn. There is just so much to learn about the Samoa customs, traditions, culture. And there are things that are just that people don't even know to teach you because the customs go that far back. So at first I was like, I didn't want to tell anyone I was getting my Malu. I kept it private. I'm a very private person when it comes to this kind of stuff. But then when I spoke to this lady, she was like, you need to be proud that you enjoyed the owl, like, and I am. Because that first tap nearly tapped out.
Like, what was that?
The first tap, my calf muscle went ding.
Like, shh, okay, we're going.
Oh, I couldn't. Honestly, we'll get there. We'll get to that part.
Wait, my first tap, straight up, I didn't even, I was just like, I got this. And then it wasn't until, I was like, what the heck? That it wasn't until, because that you start on the bottom of your calf. I'm like, on the bottom of your calf.
You start behind your knee.
Oh, do it? Oh, I thought you start down there.
I did the line across the knee.
So here's the knee going backwards. Pretend that's
You know how
your
your knee
knee.
goes backwards?
Oh, there we go. Here's your leg. In the bottom, so there's your calf. There's our massive calves right there. So you start in there. So your leg is like awkward as. So you're lying down on your stomach and they've
Like
got a pillow
there, pushing your knee
underneath
up.
your groin. And then there's like down there, and then it's like holding your leg, and then they kind of there's a guy on either side of you, and the tufunga's there, and they're like holding you down. And if you're like us, where you're not small,
Your quads are gonna hurt.
awkward ass. Oh my gosh! And so you're not allowed to fart. at all. Like that's a rule. Like if you fart, they'll stop and they're saying, nah, we're done for the day. We're gonna reschedule you. So my paranoid head, the whole time, I was like, please don't fart. Like I didn't need a fart, but I just felt so paranoid that I was accidentally gonna fart, and then we just have to stop the whole process, and it'll be a wasted day off, and everyone will be angry because it's supposed to be done that day. Anyway, they do that, and then once they start finishing off and they need to move you, I was not prepared. I don't think we were not prepared. So your legs like this, and then they
You're
gotta
facing
move
down.
you.
You're facing down.
So they'll just, because the pillow's got to get in a place to like move your leg around. So your leg's now got to go like that. So they will literally lift your leg up.
I think
so
I
your
felt
legs are
everyone's
like
eyes
this.
like.
You're facing this way, and all of a sudden your leg is like up in the air.
Your leg is here.
And they just quickly, like it's quick. They don't just be like holding it up in the air for the world to see. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, your son's gonna be so scared.
Interesting.
Yeah. So your leg goes like this and down again because they shove the pillow right up there. And it happens throughout the whole process. Every time you turn around, they're like, and because our thighs
No,
are like, our thighs aren't like, there's no gap. So when it's like the inner bit, they gotta like, and it was like two hands, they like shoving the pillow in. Oh god. Don't.
If I hear Oka, it's her window.
I don't think so.
Don't. Maya got a box for her big ass legs. No, when he went to scoop it and move.
Yeah.
Oh, dramatic with the scoops.
At the ceremony, they like rub your whole body down with turmeric and coconut oil. I don't know, some kind of concoction. And they come up quickly and just like oil your legs and oil your arms. And so our legs are like this. No, even though our feet are like this, our thighs are still touching very much in the middle. And so he's like, move to the side and kind of move my leg, and my thighs are still touching. Just like this. And my thighs are still like
And he went like this. Oh, come here, bite.
And it made my body move.
lost it.
And we're doing this like on a raised kind of stage with everyone there watching us. So I'm just trying to like, sorry F45 membership. Sorry to all those $30
We did some more
weigh-ins
workouts that help
we
with
did.
our thighs.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh, I know one of the questions. How did we meet? You tell the story.
You know our big thighs? We met when we were trying to work out and lose the thighs. We met at
Victoria's?
We met at Victoria's. We actually, and my husband and I both knew Lil more because you were in the middle of planning your wedding.
Yeah.
And you skipped too many classes, see?
So I missed so many classes. And then when I'd go to class, I didn't want to talk to anyone because I was just so stressed out about the wedding.
A snob.
And because I just didn't want to talk to anyone. Sometimes you just want to work out and go home.
But I remembered her daughter because if you know Ayla Ray, you will definitely remember her.
Yes.
And then I booked my makeup in with you.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just became friends from there.
Yeah.
It was like God needed me in her life.
Yeah.
Because God
Clearly.
was like, I don't su'i Kimaea.
She needs to go to church.
Which is really good because now we all go to church together, train together, the kids go to school together, we have
eat
lunch
cards
together. We're just those families that if we're not together, people will be like, where's Maya?
Wait, yes, anytime I go to the 5 o'clock class, every single time I go to F45 at 5 a.m., the trainers are like, just you today? Is tea here?
They know I don't do 5 a.m.
I'm like, yeah, just me. That girl's sleeping.
You're
That girl's
sleeping
mopping
for
her
school
floor.
I'm a floor
Oh
mopper,
my
guys.
gosh. Ava Ray, where the heck did this prawn come from?
It is not mine.
Well, I didn't peel it.
I didn't peel it. I didn't peel it.
She doesn't know how to peel.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm like, did I? And I just totally forgot and then skipped. Honey, are you gonna eat it?
You're gonna eat your chicken?
It's not chicken.
Oh, you said it was before. Jay, you say that on camera.
Mm.
It's not chicken, it's
Make everyone think we're
pork.
lying.
You don't listen to me.
I'm gonna beat you up, eh?
Mm.
See? If you know Ayla. She's a memorable one.
Oh, you're slow I'm eating. Does it mean I've just been talking the most?
Well, this was an extra crab, so imagine that's not there.
Okay.
See ya.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to sleep on bed tonight.
We've been sleeping on the fella on the floor since Monday night. And then Miss Can't Handle messages the Tufuma's wife. Hey, so my back is about to divorce me.
Oh, you know what's funny though?
Mine has been my hips have been getting dead.
My lower back was so sore. Like to the point where I was like sitting down and then I'd feel it kind of seize. And I'm like, ah! Like actual like make a
You
noise.
must have never slept on the hard surface.
Well, not that many days in a row.
Oh girl, I've slept on the floor so many times.
Like heck no.
I slept in the car once.
I would rather sleep uncomfortable on top of the bed, like squeezed in between people instead of sleeping on the floor.
I suffered though. I mean, I have a chiropractor, but
Mm.
how do you say it? Chiropractic. I have a $3,000 mattress for my back.
That's what I was thinking about. Was our nice soft mattress from mum, and then I've got a nice pillow top,
That's right.
and I bought nice sheets, like good thread count, and I'm sleeping on a fella, and I'm like,
Kira's right up there.
and then Lil snoring like loud as. And you ever seen that meme where they're like people snoring are just like telling the whole world how good their sleep is? Oh.
That was new.
And I'd be waking up early as in the morning because I was just so sore and
I just went off that
shitty
floor
the whole
today.
day.
Just the size.
I was like,
But it was weird. I couldn't sleep on my stomach.
I tried for a
"Ah."
little bit. I think I did it for like an hour, and then I ended up waking up and turning back around.
My quads were in the way. I was like,
I feel it with the pillow under my bum, not under here,
oh yeah.
and then it would make my back go like
Straight.
because I'd be like this, and my mully would be like up here. Oh yeah, I think I'm maonga. Well, thank you for joining us while we shove food in our face. Oh my goodness.
That's how we stood for our food.
Like, we're not shy to take photos, but when we did our ceremony and they were taking photos of us, we just didn't know what to do with our hands. So we were like, one of them, I'm
We were like
this.
this, and our thighs were throbbing.
Everyone's
Hey
like,
guys.
pull it up higher.
20
pull it up
cameras.
higher." And no one was counting down. People were just clicking their phones and we were like, wait, and then getting up to Siva. Getting up to Siva was so
When I
awkward
watched
because
the
we're on
camera.
like the
Thing.
you know, the Chinese mats too, so they're like plasticky.
And they're slippery because
And
we've
we're
just been
covered in
oiled.
oil. And we're on a stage and we're trying not to flash everyone and trying to like get up. And we didn't even know to get up because the music started really loud and everyone kind of just looked amongst each other and we're looking at each other like, do we
And
get
then
up?
her friend, the one
Do
that
we-
was I was like, we were like,
Oh,
is someone gonna get us up?
Both of us like kind of went outwards and trying to push ourselves up and then fix our ears, and then we're like, oh, okay, here we go.
Like this, and I was like, ah.
Did you slap your legs? I slapped mine a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was like, I slapped mine.
I watched the video.
Yeah? Oh, I didn't even see
did it
it. I felt
twice.
so awkward because in my head I was like, you thought you were going to be all good for this part. You didn't even practice a little bit.
See, you still would have been throbbing too because you finished last.
Heck
Honestly,
yes.
best experience. It's such an emotional journey. And because I'm such an emotional person,
You wouldn't know.
it truly is.
I felt like most of the emotion came from, I think because I've been so ready for it for the last 2 years and planning it and just already mentally like it's mine kind of a thing. Like I haven't been like, oh, like I've already envisioned myself with it and I was just waiting for it to happen, that when it did happen, it was just complete. Like I was happy, but for me, I just felt like, cool, I've done it. And I want to move forward now. But it has been nice for other people to kind of come up and congratulate and ask questions, because then it's made me stop and enjoy the moment more and not just be, all right, next. All right, next thing.
Like how she or her task she has.
Even though I can't even next thing, because the hardest part for me, I reckon, is this post-care. Like sleeping on the fala.
It's not done. Once that last tap happens, you still have 2 weeks of
healing.
You have fours that are just as painful.
It's so sore. So our husband's, family would be fulfilling our massive as freaking legs, like really pushing them multiple times a day. Multiple times a day.
Multiple.
So we gotta like wash it clean we've got Dettol soap, like the original one. Wash it clean and then massage it, panthen it, and just do that several times a day.
I'm now at the itchy stage. So I'm like showering 4 times a day.
Yeah. Which is like great for, hygiene, but it sucks. And because we can't even use like nice products in our hair or body because it'll all go down.
I tried to wash my hair yesterday and just like bend your head like this.
That's what I was doing last night
like,
so I could do my hair. It's like, I need to wash my hair. Oh, because they put egg in your hair as well during the ceremony. And so you get like all this dried caca egg yolk. And mine went down by my ear and I didn't even notice until the next day. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Did
You just put stuff on there?
Yes. So the journey doesn't end straight after. You got to stay out of the sun.
Oh,
you got to air your legs.
Yeah.
You got to air your legs.
Everything's gonna be aired out.
And it's currently like we're heading into summer.
You're not allowed. You're not supposed to be out by yourself, like out at nighttime by yourself or by yourself in general. So Leo's taking that really seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have to try.
Oh. Well, then we'll go. Someone's going to have to go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just... Oh my gosh, shout out to Promise Suluape. Honestly, they make your journey so... not too comfortable because they're still very serious. Like, don't talk to the kufunga when he's stepping you.
Yeah. I guess I like joking, so
There was no
it was
jokes.
awkward because I did want to tell a joke here and there, but there was like no joking at all. I swear, like the kusels kind of heard me a few times because we were, I think, halfway through the second leg, and I'm like looking at my cousin who was holding my hand. Thank you, Tima. And I was like, what, like 5 more minutes? And I saw one of the kusels. I saw you were laughing. You did a little giggle. And then the tufunga didn't giggle. He did not giggle.
Oh, so it's because he doesn't speak English.
Oh, doesn't
Probably
he?
didn't.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like no English at all?
Like very like.
Oh, and
Hello.
the rate that I speak Yeah.
You need to speak English.
Oh crap! I'm so sure I would have said like stuff.
And he
I
probably
would have
was
just.
like,
He was like, yeah. No wonder why he was giving me a lost look. He was like, but I thought he was just giving me that look like, shut up. He probably was anyway. And the gurls are really nice. There's a young one. He knows exactly what you're saying. He knows English. So I asked him all the questions. We filmed it. I took videos. Oh my gosh, one of your cousins was asking me, she's like, can I take a photo of it? I was like, I got permission. I was like, I don't know if you could ask, but he just started. I don't know.
of the what?
Of you getting cut.
Oh yeah. I think it was just that whole process because Lola was like, where's the photographer guy? And I was like, oh, he's coming for mine. So they just thought he was there for the whole day.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yes.
So glad to have my first cousins and my sister and my parentals and my husband and my only 2 of the kids.
2 kids, my kid. Yeah,
They were
Mike has
so
sat there for
good.
most of yours.
The kids were so good. Caleb's like, I'm next.
Oh yeah, that's what Michael was saying. He goes, Caleb and his cousin, they said that they're definitely gonna get it. Micah's like, I just want like a little golima.
It's like this.
Yeah. And I was like, son, you're gonna want a big one later. Trust me.
Like you can prepare yourself, but I was mentally prepared. I knew it was gonna hurt, but when that first, it's like a chisel. So he's playing the games, going, you don't know which one's gonna tap your leg,
And then bam.
and that first strike, I have bad knees, okay, and he even knew that just when you're touching it. Did I tell you?
Yeah, when he was feeling for like your knee and stuff.
Yeah, and then afterwards,
And then you were like, stop now.
I was like, my knee's gonna pop out. Yeah. So that second knee, I cried.
The second leg is the most sore. And what I feel like they get into a rhythm, because it's like
they
less
know-
time.
Yeah.
2 hours. Oh, and plus he's not planning it as much because he's just copying whatever's on the other leg. Got it.
But
Oh, tell him what you
second-
said about how you noticed how he was looking at the patterns.
I think that might be just for him.
Okay, never mind. Secrets. You're gonna have
But
to
we
go
love-
get it.
We got very beautiful traditional lattes that obviously was given to him to give to us.
The ancestors
Shout out to Mama Koke.
put it into his head. You know what? Were you like envisioning stuff while you were getting
Oh my
cut?
gosh, I was envisioning her because she had a koko.
Yes.
With her koko, they're telling me to stop crying.
I was totally
And I kept
thinking about
looking
my
back and
granddad.
making sure that was still Koke behind me.
Yeah.
Like I kept going and I kept reaching for Koke's hand. But I could just picture her standing next to me with her koko like, Gurl, shh.
That was probably her slapping you through liquor.
I don't. My sister, oh my gosh. Oh, but honestly, if it wasn't for Sephora first,
Oh, like
'Cause-
squeezing and stuff.
yeah, the pressure points. And then my sister, it was her turn to go see me. She's fanning me. And
she's
she
like-
keeps saying to me, Kia i kingo, because she can see me starting to tense up. And she's like, Kia i kingo. And then I'll feel the ili. I was like, okay.
Because I was watching her and I was filming her too because she was going like this and she was watching and she'd be like,
And the fan's going,
and then she'd stop. Like that. Wait, but because she told Leo when it's my turn, she's like, make sure, and she grabbed his hand. She's like, squeeze
Squeeze
like
the pressure
this.
points, do it on the
do it like
head,
this. It
the
helps her
shoulders, help
do this
her.
and squeeze her
You
hand.
make the person relax before they start tensing up.
Because you're not supposed to tense.
But what did my brother Lil do?
Oi, he was like, and I'm lying there on my stomach looking at him, especially the second leg, and it wasn't even like it was the first leg and he was wondering what to do. It was the second leg, and he was playing YouTube the whole time, and the YouTube ads kept playing. So he'd like look at his phone and like fast forward through the ad, and in the meantime he's like this on my hand, and I'm like squeezing his hand to remind him I'm like, I'm here. and then my head, he'd like, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, harder, do it harder. He's like, around my eyes. He's like, yeah, you hurry up. Oh, but no.
No.
Yeah.
The funniest part, I had just started. Chef will sit down and goes, "Go kick your mum."
Yeah.
We're only on the first line.
Like, no, you lied. You lied. Oh, I had a nap during yours.
Good, you needed it.
I so
You went to the
needed it.
shop and came back with food.
Yeah. I got lost though.
We're laughing now, but really on Monday.
Oi, it was sore. Even sitting, do some hip flexor movements and loosen up your body before you go, because when you're sitting there with your legs folded, it's so sore. Like I couldn't handle it. I'm so not one of those Samoans with freaking hips of steel that can sit through that stuff. And the men were so sore afterwards, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Leo and Angie were walking around the next day
Oh,
as
yeah,
if they got
man.
guard.
Yeah, Angie was for ages. My leg's still dead. Even Koke, she was like, man, my right
She did
buttocks
so
is-
good.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for having the girls there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just everyone's day. Like, I didn't expect all of them there because you know, obviously we thought it'd just be mum, dad, and you guys.
Yeah,
But
it was good.
everyone and mum.
Such a good experience.
With the cool.
Yeah, I was picturing my my granddad, who, by the way, I've never met. Only seen photos because he died when my dad was 10, and I only just found out recently, talking to my nana and that he was God, that he was still known to you. So for me, I was just picturing him sitting there, like, and what he'd be saying, and I imagine him to be really nice. Okay, he's a nice like granddad who would play games.
Who would have laughed at you?
He would have joked with me. Like, he would have probably made faces that they weren't laughing at my jokes. So, thanks, Yaki. But thanks, everyone. I also had video calls. So, like, for myself, I don't have much family here. So, I video called my nana. I video called my cousin called from Samoa. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know what he was saying, but I just kind of smiled at him and just was like, I love you and thank you. Like, I got what he was saying, but you know, it was nice. So take your phone. It is nice to get those video calls of support, especially if you don't have family around. But if you're gonna go for it, honestly. It's the best decision ever. It just feels normal, eh? Like, it's still weird looking at it. But
Oh, well, mine is because
well, yours is bruised.
my legs are black. You're a little bit bruised.
I'm starting to get like, mine just is bruising late. Because now they're starting to look weird and gross, like dying.
Oh, weird and gross. That's weird. And
That's
gross.
weird and gross. Yeah, but my bruises look yellow. Oh, okay.
Yellow means healing. I'm saying so I need to wash my hands.
All right. That's enough for today. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe
Share and subscribe.
and subscribe.
And
White
subscribe.
rabbits.
Subscribe to Alaro's channel.
Cheerio. Hey, hey. Oh.
Oh my god. Bro, I'm so my legs off.